Hi, I'm Bridgett Robinson with GVTV, and I'm going to tell you about one of my many trips, my home away from home, Omaha. Now, the first time when we went to Omaha, we got geared up and got our sunscreen on, got our backpacks and our bottles of water because it was pretty hot. It was about 85 degrees when we got there, so we were ready for a long hike. When we arrived at the gift shop entrance, we noticed that there was a peacock there, and he was staring at his reflection in the window and squawking at it. Now that was kind of odd because he thought it was a competing peacock, so he was squawking at the reflection in the window. So as we passed through the gift shop, we headed down the long and hills and up the big hills, sweating our butts off because it was pretty hot. Like I said, it was 85 degrees. Then we went to the orangutan exhibit, and we kind of shopped around there. There were pretty cool things to do there. And then we decided, since we were so hot, we were going to take a ride on the Ferris wheel. Now, the Ferris wheel seems kind of kiddie, but in the same sense, it's a little slow down from going up and down all of the hills in the 85-degree weather. So we rode around the Ferris wheel for a little while and had our funs, and then we decided that we were going to go get some frozen lemonade. In the frozen lemonade stand, it didn't taste very well because it was all sour, and then sometimes you'd get a brain freeze as well. And then after that, we went to another orangutan exhibit where you were actually in a bubble and you got to sit next to, so to speak, to the orangutan and to the gorillas. Now the gorilla was kind of creepy because he stared at you in the window and he was kind of reading your mind, so it seemed. So we were kind of creeped out and we had to leave. So after that, we decided that we're going to take a sit down by the fountain. It's a really large fountain with a different sculpture around it, had different animals around it, and then there was also a globe that spun in the water. After that, we decided we're going to go by the tiger exhibit, and my friend had a digital camera that actually took pictures that were pretty accurate to being in the cage with the tiger. Now inside, there were baby cubs, there were white tigers, there were your Bengal tigers, and we got pretty good pictures of the white tigers. The white tiger kind of just paced around the cage, growled a little bit at the overseers, but pretty much he just slept as well as the Bengal tigers. The cubs played around a little bit, but they weren't all that active. They just kind of stared at you when you looked at them. At the end, it was overall great because we got to cool down, we got to sit by the fountain again and kind of cool off because there's a mist that sprayed on you while you're sitting by the bench. Overall, it was a good trip. I would definitely do it again, and like I said, it was one of my many trips over the summer, so I had a blast. Thank you. I'm Bridgett with GVTV. Enjoy.